Hey everyone, it's Ashley here for Not Too Shabby, and today I have for you my design team project. I will put the link below for all the products that I use, and if you want to head over to the shop and use my coupon code CRAFTYGIRL, you can save 10% on your order. So today I'm going to be sharing this cute little scene card, and I just love this sweet little, it's kind of like a summery and spring theme stamp set that I used. It is by Avery Elle and it's called Fruit Stand, and it's just so cute. There's so many different ways that you can use these stamps to make really sweet little scenes. I love that cute little lemonade jug, and there's a little puppy. You can have him sticking out of the basket or peeking from behind the fruit stand. Just so many cute options. I used this Lawn Fawn Fancy Scallop Rectangle Stackables, and that was for the background. I used the Lawn Fawn Large Stitch Rectangle Stackables. I used the largest size. I also used the Lawn Fawn Put a Bow on It. I used the smallest size bow. That die set is really, really cute. And then I used two paper pads from MFT. This one is the Tiny Check Brights. I love this one for paper piecing. It's really got a lot of pretty colors in it. And I use the green and blue for the background. And then I got that yellow gingham paper from this set. And as you can see, I only have 2 sheets left from it. I really killed that paper pad. I really love that one a lot. This is the Lawn Fawn Plastic Flamingo ink, and I use that for the little plaid banner there in the background. So I'm going to get started with the stamping portion of the video. So first up, I'm going to stamp out quite a few images. I'm using the Lawn Fawn Jet Black ink, and I'm stamping out that little cutie and also the little fruit stand, and I do this part really quickly because I stamp out way more than I use, so I wanted to just get right through that part. I use YG06, 03, and 02 for that watermelon, RV17, 14, and also RV13. And then I'm going to just use my white jelly pen. I went out of the line just a little bit, so I had used that. For the puppy, I'm using E57, E55, and then blending that out with E53. And that dog is so cute. You could color him up so many different ways, and it would look really cute if you put a bow on it as well. And that little puppy can also be holding the watermelon or holding the little strawberries. I used R20 for some cheeks, and I used the white jelly pen just to put 2 little dots on the cheeks. For the strawberries, I used R29, R22, and G05. And then I'm just doing the same color combo for the strawberries below. And as I said, I stamped out so many images. I had a different kind of idea at the start of this card, and I ended up going a completely different route and kind of toning it down a bit and not using as many stamped images. So you'll see a lot of images here that I don't color, but the ones that I do color are the ones that I use. So then for the bird, I use B05, B02, and B00. And then for the belly, I used B02 and B00. And then for his little beak, I used YR04 and 2. For the little strawberry basket there, I used G07 and YG13. And then for the little girl's dress, I wanted it to make it look kind of like a little jean skirt or a blue little skirt, so I used B05, B02, and B00. For her top, I used RV14, RV13, and then I blended that out with RV11. I'm going to do the little lemon, so I'm using Y15. And for this portion, I am coloring both of these little stands, but I do only use one of them. Then I blend that out with Y11. And then for her skin, I use E11 and blend that out with E00. And I love how she has little freckles. I thought that was so unique. I've not seen many stamp sets like that have the little freckles on there. And then I'm just finishing blending out her face, and I use R20 for a little bit of cheeks there. And then I blend that back out with E00. And then I just use that same color combo of her top for her little shoes. And then for her hair, I go in with E53 and I just color all of her hair up. And I am going to use the flicking motion for the hair coloring portion. So I'm starting with E55 and I'm just flicking out from the base and kind of like the scalp area, and that way it allows it to have a little bit of shade of like the light catching it. And then I use E57. And then I go in with E59. And for the dark portion of E59, you just want to do a tiny little bit. You don't want to do too much. You'll cover up all of the work that you already did. You just want a tiny bit just right at the base and at the scalp of that dark color. And also for her little bangs. And then I went back in with E57 just to blend that a little bit and do a little bit more flicking motion there. And then I used the white jelly pen for her cheeks. And then I added some polka dots on her little top with the white jelly pen. I thought that just looked really, really cute. And then I also add some diagonal lines on her skirt, and I just thought that that looked really sweet as well. Then I'm going to color up the little basket, so I use E55, and I'm just adding the darkest portion at the top, and then on the sides there I just go inwards, and it will make a really nice shading look on it. And then I blend that out with E53. I always love doing baskets. They look so nice when you finish. And then I'm just going to do this little fruit stand. So I'm using E57 for the darkest portions. And then I'm blending that out with E55. And I wasn't 100% sure what that little circle fruit was. I think it's grape, so I do end up coloring it purple when I get to that part. And then I'm just now blending this out with E53. So cute. And then I did go back in with E57 just to darken it a tiny bit more so it has dimension of like looking into the little fruit containers. And there is coordinating dies that you can purchase separately for this stamp set, but I do just fussy cut these ones out on my own. So I just separated them all so it'd be easier. I realized I wasn't going to use those other pieces, and so I just cut out and set out the pieces that I knew I'd be using. So now I'm going to do those little peaches, or maybe they're oranges, so I'm using YR04 and YR02. That's one of my favorite things to get at our farmer's market that we have near our home is peaches. They are so amazing and juicy. I cannot wait for the summer to come. So now I'm doing those little fruits there, and I'm assuming that they are grapes at this point, so I'm going with V15 and V01. And now I'm going to fussy cut all of these apart. I don't show the coloring of the banner because I end up changing it, so I didn't think you guys would want to see it twice. So I am cutting the banner out, but I don't end up using that one there. As I said, there is coordinating dies. I will link those below, and I just used my sewing scissors to trim these out, and it wasn't too difficult. The pieces were fairly big, so it made that easier. And then I cut out the little basket there. And I think that basket would be really cute if you filled it with the watermelons, and then I just chose to put the little puppy in there sticking out. He looks so cute. And then I'm cutting out the little girl, and she is going to hold that little container of strawberries. So now we'll do the die cutting. So I'm using the largest size of that fancy scallop die, and I'm just cutting out the back piece. And then using the second largest piece from the stitched rectangle stackable set, I'm going to cut out this green paper. And then using that same die, I'm going to cut out the blue paper. And that will allow me to have the grass for the bottom, and the top part will be the sky. And then I'm using that leftover bit of yellow and trimming out that little bow. So I'm using an A2 sized card base, and I'm just trimming out this white cardstock piece. I decided I wanted white for the background, and so I'm going to use my ATG gun, and I'm just adhering that little scalloped piece and also the white piece down on the card base. And then I'm going to take that blue piece, and the green piece is going to be the bottom, so I'm just trimming off a little bit there. And then I just set them on there to see if it is too small or too big, and I do just trim off a little bit more. And I really like how that looks. I just love creating scenes. They're so fun to put together, and you can really just play with all of your sets and use your imagination to create a fun little summer scene. So now I'm going to do that banner, and I couldn't figure out why I was having trouble getting a banner that I liked. So I realized that you need to stamp this one out with colored ink. Of course, you can do it the other way I showed, but I think that it was intended with the colored ink, and it looks so cool. It has the color, and then you have the little white spots peeking through like a gingham. And then I put the Life is Sweet sentiment on there, and it looks so cool, so I'm so excited. So of course you could do either way, but my favorite is with the colored ink. Then I used Y15, Y13, and then I blend that out with Y11, and it looks so nice with the little yellow and pink. And then I'm taking that little lawn fawn bow, and you can just take a pencil, or I used my white jelly pen and just curve it a little bit. It gives it more of a like little puffy bow feel. And now I'm just using my ATG gun to add some adhesive, and I'm just forming that little bow. I really like the lawn fawn bow die. You get 3 different sizes, and each of the sizes you can change the bottom part of the bow, so you get in total kind of like 6 different types of bows. So if you're looking for one bow die, that's a really good one to get because you get a nice assortment of sizes in it and kind of like styles. So now I'm just adhering that part down. And I can start to layer up my little pieces. So I'm just making sure that they're all kind of where I wanted them, and I'm starting to just adhere them down. And if you look on the site, Jamie has where this stamp is the Avery Elle ideas kind of. So it shows all the different ways you could use this set. It has tons of different ideas of ways that you can layer up this cuteness. So I'm just adding on the little bird and the little watermelon there. And I did use a little glitter pen to add the strings for the little marketplace there, and then I thought, why don't I use real strings? So I take my twine, and I thought it'd be so cute with brown twine to add kind of like the strings holding up that sign or the banner. And so I'm putting that, just tucking that in, and I think that just makes the card have so much to it. It adds some dimension and a little something extra on the card. So I just think that looks so cute, and so I'm just lifting up my little pieces and tucking it in there. And I'm so happy with how this turned out. Then I take my jelly pen, and I'm just outlining that yellow part so that it really just pops. And I think that just adds a perfect finishing touch, and it does really just pop with the sentiment. Then I'm adding on the little bow there, and I'm using my Spectrum Noir glitter pen to add a ton of sparkle all over. And that is my card for this week. So thank you so much for stopping by my channel and watching. If you haven't, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.